What's up, everybody? I'm Greg Miller, and this is my Canadian Maple Leaf, Mitch Dyer.
Hi, Greg.
Mitch.
Yes.
Let's cut to the right now.
Yeah.
You went to Japan.
Yes.
You played Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes. I love Metal Gear.
You do.
Tell me all about it.
Well, what do you want to know? Like, what?
All right, my first question is
I can tell you whatever you need to know, Greg.
Oh, okay.
Let's
so
do
my
this.
first question is, they debuted it, and I've been saying since I've seen it and all the stuff, and I've been hypothesizing on it. This looks a lot like Peace Walker, my favorite game of all time.
Yes.
Is this HD Peace Walker, like fancy Peace Walker?
Yeah, to some degree, it really does feel like a Peace Walker 2. It's,
Okay.
It is a prologue or whatever, right? Like, it's the tutorial is essentially what Kojima's pitching it as.
Yeah.
You got to play this so you know how to play the Phantom Pain in a year, whenever that game comes out.
Right.
But the mission itself, the Ground Zeroes mission, really feels like a Peace Walker mission.
Yes.
The rest of the missions also feel like Peace Walker missions.
Is it, because, you know, they talk about that there's the main story campaign,
Yes.
but then there's side stuff to do. Is it similar to Peace Walker, where I'm jumping in and then jumping back to Mother Base and seeing all the stuff I can
You're
go to?
not going back to Mother Base. The way it kind of handles it is a little simpler. It's just
Okay.
a menu, and you just bounce between the missions. It's
Okay.
Like, oh, I would like to do the Ground Zeroes mission, which is the main story one that leads into the Phantom Pain.
Sure.
When you finish that one, it unlocks all these other missions that's like, go assassinate this guy, go destroy these AA guns, go rescue your operative, go get the information from this guy. And those are all different missions in the same space that
Sure.
all have different objectives, different insertion points, different degrees of action.
Yeah.
Some of them are a lot more loud. Some of them are, you can go in, out, never get detected.
Like
Others-
Peace Walker,
Yeah.
right? Where you knew coming in, like, oh, I need this. Do you do the whole thing where you like switch your loadout and what you're wearing to go for the mission?
No, the customization doesn't seem to be there in any
Okay,
form.
okay.
There are like unlockable character skins, but
Sure.
nothing like, I'm going to bring a rocket on this one.
Okay, okay.
Because there are certain things in the world that you can find.
Oh, okay.
Like, you can pick up weapons.
Okay,
And
interesting,
Like,
interesting.
If you kill somebody or knock them out, you can take their gun.
Okay. And
there
it
are-
feels good. The gameplay
Yeah,
feels
yeah,
good.
it's good because there's like armories. Like, you find an armory and you pick the lock and you break in, and it's like, oh man, there's a rocket launcher in here. I'm gonna make a note of that for next time.
Gotcha.
When I want to play explosive. Or, oh, there's a silenced SMG in here. I know that for next time.
Okay. Question number 2 then.
Yeah.
The big story about this is length. This game, oh, it's only 2 hours long.
Sure.
Talk to me about this. Is it only 2 hours long?
Kinda. I mean, it's gonna be okay.
Okay.
Because, so the main mission, Ground Zeroes, the one that leads into the Phantom Pain,
Yeah.
is short.
Okay.
It's like an hour and a half, 2 hours, get in, rescue people, get out. That's it. Hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever you want. But that mission is meant to be replayed because it's meant to be like speed run. It's meant to
Right.
be like, well, what if you tried it louder? What if you tried it with vehicles? What if you tried it this way, that way, this way, that way?
Are they doing the whole Metal Gear Solid 4 / now it would just be trophies and achievements thing of like now you got codename Butterfly at the end because you didn't kill anybody, but now you get this, you get that. Are they,
You know what? I think there is something to that effect. I can't remember the specifics.
I'm
of how
assuming to
there is
platinum
a
it.
grade.
Yeah, yeah.
There is a grade.
Okay.
But I think they don't do like weird esoteric.
Sure,
things
sure,
like that.
sure.
I think it's like A, B, C, D, S.
Yeah, it's
that
just
kind
one of
of
those
stuff.
things I know. Knowing Kojima, to platinum this game, right? You have to play it
Right,
a
you're
million times and do different things.
Totally.
And,
Like,
yeah,
go
yeah.
in, don't get detected, do it in 4 minutes or whatever.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of stuff. But once you finish Ground Zeroes, you do unlock all these extra missions.
Yeah.
And that's where the meat of the game is.
Okay.
Is you have all these other things you can do. And the assassination missions, you can go in, throw some C4 in a truck, drive the truck in, jump out, detonate the C4, and take guys out that way.
That sounds great.
Or you can do it silently, throw guys off mountains so people don't ever see their bodies, that kind of stuff.
Sounds awesome. So that's good. You like that? When you finish
Yeah.
the campaign, were you like, I'd like to play more. I'd like to go do these.
Yeah, I mean, when I finished the Ground Zeroes campaign, like the main mission, I was
Yeah.
like, ooh, that was it?
Yeah.
Yikes. Ooh, maybe people were right about this being short.
Yeah.
And then they were like, oh no, here's 5 more missions. Have fun.
Okay.
And they were all awesome. Like,
Okay.
I really enjoyed blowing up AA guns because it forces you to be loud. I like
So,
going in and getting information from a guy.
I'm sure kids at home are wondering then.
Yes.
Hour and a half, 2 hours for the main campaign. How long would it take you to do the side missions, or is that being short-sighted? These are like an arcade game, I'm guessing, where you want to keep doing them
Yeah,
again?
I mean, I've replayed many of them. I played it for about 8 hours at the
Oh, wow,
event
okay.
to Japan, and
Wow.
I will totally replay all of them at retail. Like, I'm going to buy a copy, I'm going to play through all of them again. I want to get the highest ranking that I can. I want to see what I can unlock. I want to find like all the secrets and stuff that I didn't find the first time around.
Okay. So then my third, final question.
Yeah.
What platform do you buy it on? It's on next gen, it's on current gen, but then on top of
Yes.
that, there's PlayStation and Xbox exclusive DLC, right?
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know if it's DLC or if it's just like,
included on the
Yeah, I think
disc.
it's just
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah,
disc. But basically, you unlock this last mission that is unique to the platform, and I'm sure it'll be DLC later. Like,
Right.
in some degree, I'm sure they'll be able to sell it to you. But I mean, both of the. All right.
Hey, Alex! It's a workplace. Leave all this in the video so they know. Why are you throwing it over there? I had my hands up here. You throw it over here? I'm here to save you.
Thank you.
I know.
I don't understand this American football. So on Xbox One, PS4, you probably want to play on that, right? Like they're
the
both,
next gen. Huh?
Yeah,
I gotta play something on these things.
Yeah, that too. They're also the same price as current gen now.
Yeah.
Or last gen, however you want to phrase it. I don't know.
It's confusing.
Whatever. But on PlayStation, you have a mission that is like very nostalgia driven. Like, oh, you go back and you recreate scenes from the first Metal Gear Solid.
Moses.
And the music is there, and you've got all these different characters and assets that.
And do they? Yeah, they have the like polygonal face
I think
and
that's
everything.
an unlockable skin.
Okay.
There are
okay.
moments where like it flashes and you look like that for a
Right.
minute. And there are moments like, oh, there's a hind D on that helipad. Let's stand near it, and it snaps a photo. And for weird reasons, it's like, oh, remember this Snake? And you're like, no, I have no idea. He has
No, I'm
idea.
Kiefer Sutherland. I don't remember this at all.
That mission was okay. I actually really like the Xbox One mission a lot more.
Because that's a Rising one, right?
You're bombing around as Raiden. You got your lightning feet. You're riding, but you're using guns and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like a really fun Snatcher mission. It's like a combination of Rising and Snatcher.
Okay.
The mission dynamic is a lot smarter. You have to not kill soldiers, but you have to kill the Snatchers, and you have to identify them. And
Oh, cool.
it forces you to behave in a certain way that's a lot more interesting than go here and look at the security camera, and now it's you did it.
Okay, I'll give you that.
That said, the game does look and perform noticeably better on PS4.
Really?
Yes. Not that Xbox One looks bad at all. A little bit lower resolution, which I know the kids like to get mad about.
Sure.
But, I mean, it still looks awesome on Xbox One. It is just like noticeably a little bit better on PS4.
Interesting.
It also just feels right to play it on a PlayStation controller.
Of course, yeah.
Still something totally weird to me after all these years. Like, I play Xbox at home most.
Yeah.
Most third-party games on Xbox still feels totally weird.
Yeah, to have Metal Gear on an Xbox. Yeah. If he's not skateboarding in it, I don't want to play it on an Xbox. All right, Mitch, I have a fourth question that I forgot to brief you on beforehand.
I don't know where this is going.
How is Kiefer Sutherland?
Kind of boring.
Yeah?
But I don't know that that's necessarily his fault.
Sure.
Because, so here's the thing. I bet Kiefer Sutherland, probably really expensive.
Oh, yeah.
Which is why Snake probably doesn't talk a whole lot in this game. He doesn't really do a whole lot, and when he does, he's got, it's Kiefer doing, like, his tough guy voice. It's weird to hear him talk and not have that, like, distinct gruffness to it.
I mean, remember, everybody, of course, David Hayter, the voice of Snake, forever not back for Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes.
He's not bad at all. Like, I think people who are freaking out, like, it's never going to be the same. It's fine. He is a badass super spy, espionage champion of the world.
Yeah.
And he sounds like a cool, tough guy.
Okay.
That's it. He just doesn't have that many lines. He doesn't do much. I'm curious to see how, especially throughout the Phantom Pain, which is like the big arc, kind of leading into the point in time where he becomes a villain, Big Boss becomes the bad guy, how they handle his character arc.
In the ending of Ground Zeroes, pretty conclusive that this is a prequel kind of thing, or prologue or whatever?
Yeah, it leads very much into the Phantom Pain in a very clear way.
Okay. And when's Phantom Pain coming out? Exactly. We know nothing more. But we do know Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes is coming out March 18th. That's exciting. That's soon.
So soon.
Are you going to be reviewing it?
No, I'm not doing the review.
Who's reviewing it? Do we know?
Lucy O'Brien.
Lucy O'Brien?
Australia.
All right, well, everybody, if you want to find out what IGN thinks of Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes, you can check out Lucy O'Brien's review. I'm sure it'll be up sometime around the 18th.
Yeah.
God only knows.
Who
But
knows?
Mitch already knows. He has all the information
don't.
inside his head. He has an idea about it.
I got an idea.
For all sorts of ideas about video games, stay here on IGN.